If you know when those instances where someone's house is quote unquote haunted by ghosts or something like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And like the cabinets will open and the lights will flicker. They have to be playing with the frequency.
Then, of course.
So an entity on the other side can tune into the frequency of objects to make them move into our world to make them appear as moving without any help.
This sort of gets into the dimensional uh, things. As far as we know right now, if an entity can do that, are they at a higher dimension than we are, right? And they can come into our world, tune those, and make things happen that ordinarily would not ever happen. I mean, you've heard past, present, future all at the same time, right?
Absolutely.
So then why not? So like, the past was me calling you, the present's me talking to you, and your response is going to be the future. It all happens simultaneously. Quantum entanglement.
I was talking. So, do you see QC's last comment?
Yes, yes.
So again, uh, he's touching on this topic of harmonic resonance, and now when you get into what QC is posting in the chat, now we're talking about healing. Now we're talking about not needing a hospital, a doctor. Now we're talking about the medical field and insurance being a sham. Now we're talking about
Exactly.
when they stole all the bells out of churches, out of everywhere. Clocks used to have bells. Everything was frequency based, and they destroyed them. And there's pictures. The same way we have pictures of them wanting to commit genocide against the indigenous, and so they killed all the buffalo. We have pictures, and we have the pictures of these bells being destroyed because back to harmonic resonance and back to frequency. I was talking earlier about how there are machines that can heal you through frequency. No one really has to get old and die. Like all that's been
It's
figured out already.
100% fact.
Yeah,
It's 100% fact.
all that's been figured out. Like death and not dying um and this is the thing, chat. What they can do is they can regenerate your cells to its optimum peak performance, which is usually when you're about 26, 25 to 26 years old. And you can be regenerated back to that age repeatedly. And your cells can be rejuvenated, your body and your mind doesn't change, your knowledge doesn't change, nothing changes. It's just that physically everything has been rejuvenated to where you physically appear, look, and actually are about 25 to 26 years old. And you could be in your 40s, you could be in your hundreds, you can live for 1,000 years. And it's called cell rejuvenation. And they've already been practicing that. It's not only people who are going to get this stuff are people who are no longer participating in society. These are what we call break off civilizations.
Right.
These are the only groups that have this. Not even the U.S. government has this because
Not yet.
no, not yet because that's there. Our the world we live in, the matrix part, the part of the matrix we live in, is more concerned about war, murder, genocide, feeding the energy of the god they worship, right? Whereas like other what I like to call hidden societies, they don't worship a god because they're smart. They worship themselves and the God inside of them that allows them to be who they are, an individual, a person with purpose. And so this is where we got a lot of what we call break off civilizations. And the FBI, the CIA, MI6, anybody you can think of, this is the one thing they couldn't stop. And because they're secretive and they shit on us every day, they like to believe that they're a part of it. They like to believe that they're a part of these break off civilizations. No, they're not. They've only been infiltrated by them, right? That's why they call us quote unquote surface dwellers. You've heard this terminology in a lot of, books, in a lot of TV shows, surface dwellers. It's because the powers that be is that's what they consider us. The people on the
Oh
surface.
yeah.
So that's just my little um piece of information is like the powers that be really are just people who decided that their main goal is to manipulate society of what we think is society. They just decided that hey, we're going to manipulate that. We're going to be in control of it. Every time they think they're not slaves, they're slaves. And we want them to be slaves and not even know they're slaves. Like, that's it. It's just a manipulation.
We're in a big prison. Yeah, we're in a big prison.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's all it is. They stop. They stop if they start healing people. Like what you said, there's so much money that they're gonna miss out on. They're gonna lose control, and once they lose control of the population, it's over. It's like having a prison riot, right?
It is why they rather kill us and have wars and depopulate and do all this stuff. It is why they rather do this angle because it's like, hey, once they're actually free, once they don't use money, because that's the slave, right? That's the slave master.
Right.
Currency is the slave master, Chet.
It even goes down to race war. Anything they can do to create a war between us, it takes
I
attention.
will cut you off and say they've been trying to start a race war forever.
Yeah.
It has not worked. At every channel, they did it with Rodney King, they did it with OJ Simpson, they did it with Black Lives Matter, they did it with
Boy,
and not only that, they implore police officers to kill black people because they do have body cams and implore police like you look at the man who shot that older lady in her house in her kitchen he shot her right.
sad.
But
Sad.
I always think those things are staged,
Yeah.
and I think that people don't understand Hollywood, and I don't think that black people believe that a random black and I now that lady could be dead, and I'm not trying to speculate and be an asshole or anything. I'm just telling you the mentality of black and white Americans. We do not believe that a police department and a random black lady that we think is random would stage such a brutal, heinous thing on camera. But we got Hollywood, we got blood packs, we got everything in the world to stage it. We got everything in the world to stage this reality that we live in and create dissentment and anger. You look at Trayvon Martin and you look at how rich his parents got when he died, or he quote unquote died. Because let alone the nigga could be living in Iowa somewhere. I really believe. I'm not saying I believe he does. I'm not. I'm saying I understand society is that much of a fucking charade.
Yeah, there's a possibility that that's 100% true. You know,
His dad is a high-ranking Mason.
Yeah, think about doing something like this. You can disappear, get paid all this money, but what are you losing and what are they gaining?
We're gaining a martyr, and they're still alive.
Yep.
Can you imagine the sickness of living a life of luxury like Jeffrey Epstein, and everyone is saying you were killed? Like Aaron Hernandez, like Takeoff from the Migos, like Amy Winehouse, like all these people that could possibly still be a fucking alive, man.
Because you see no evidence of them. And even if you saw evidence of them being dead, per se, that could be makeup. Because you're talking Hollywood.
And it's where but this is the part that I think everyone is missing. When you go inside this internet or this stupid box right here, it's all Hollywood.
Yeah.
All of it is Hollywood.
Truman Show rebooted. Right on QC.
Yeah, that's what it is. Truman Show rebooted. Because most people rather live in ignorance, and you can't do anything about it. There's nothing you can do about people saying, you don't question the government. That's not true. I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable questioning things. No. CNN wouldn't lie. Fox wouldn't lie. MSNBC wouldn't lie. No. Of course, that's true.
You know what I think is amazing, though, is conversations like this didn't happen 12 years ago. You hardly ever heard about this, right? And they're starting to come out more and more how people are starting to catch on. Do you think the tide will ever turn?
It already has. It already has. And keep your question in mind. I just got to pee real quick. I want you to remember your question. You said, do you think the tide will ever turn? And I said, it already has. Give me a second, chat. I love you, chat. Just give me 2 seconds.
I had to take my sound in mode. She got a lot of air, let me hold. I made it this far, I feel like I'm chosen. My windows are tinted, my car and the red in my eyes. Be squinting, I'm high, and I'm living, I'm young and I'm gifted. Just head on my business, you know that I'm with it. Yeah. I sent my soul to the trap. They sleeping on me like a nap. I had to run her body back. My old home in the past. I bet you that she want me back. When I was broke, I got a sack. My new girl get into attached. To tell the truth, I'm fine with that. Getting higher, getting higher, getting higher. Getting high, getting high, getting high. Ain't gonna lie, you know I said it. Ain't gonna lie, you know I'm in it. Ain't gonna lie, know you feel it. Ain't gonna lie, I know you feel it. Ain't gonna lie, we up on there. Ain't gonna lie, we ain't gonna clear. Ain't no lie, I'm up on there. Ain't no lie, ain't no lie. Standing tall, you can't belittle me. I got the juice, I got the recipe. Smoking on green, rolling that celery. Like an umbrella, these niggas under me. Ain't gonna lie, I just popped the pill before I took a flight.
Ain't gonna lie.
All this off-white man, they got me feeling.
Ain't gonna lie, nah, ain't gonna lie. Shout out Blame Dirty. My co-host in the building. Shout out Blame Dirty, Blame Dirty, Blame Dirty, Blame Dirty. Blame Dirty, Big Dog, Big Dog. Shout out QC. Shout out QC. Shout out QC. Shout out DUV, 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 DUV. Hey, man. So, what were we talking about? I said it right before I left.
That the switch is already starting to happen.
Let me explain why. The government, the powers that be, If you look and you pay attention, they're having a going out of business sale on evil. You ever been to a store that's going out of business and they're liquidating? The
Is that
go-
what we're seeing?
the government is having a going out of business sale on evil. I can explain. Everything you know is heightened now. Police are killing more people.
Yes.
The government is squeezing us tighter. Inflation is getting higher. Sexuality is the front most everything. So people can,
Wow.
like, we only know men and women, but now we got all in between. We got people who are violent, who are verbally assaulting if you don't capitulate to their ideologies of them being trans or them being identifying as a car. Like you're a despicable person. You're not real. And this is how you know they're losing. That crowd, that trans, that feminist, the black nationalists, the white supremacists, these groups are the minority. They don't represent the population of people. They're grouped off into these
Right.
0.0034% of the population, not point zero zero. No,
Yeah. When you think of that number, it's very, very small. I don't get how they have such a following on TV, and even the news who broadcast, all that stuff. So for them to have such a small number, such number of people, there has to be somebody bigger backing them behind that. Has to be.
that I've never thought of that. That is brilliant ball sack juice. I have never fucking thought of that. You gotta, if you can make a loud noise as a minority, teeny tiny, the money backing you has to be huge. You're incredible. I never thought of that. I never thought of that. That's a simple 2 and 2 to put together. I'm just saying I never did it. You that yeah. Wow. Wow. Okay? Wow. That was serious. There's got to be some serious dough backing a motherfucker that can make a lot of noise as a singularity almost.
Right. I mean, we all know how the media is in these days. This could go back 12, 16 years, how things have progressively changed.
Right.
And in that time, right, all these other groups, BLM, ABCDEFG plus, QRS, pronoun correct,
TUV.
everything about it. Yeah. And they are such a small minority. But think about who helps create the narrative for the media.
Broken women and homosexual men.
I think there's government involvement
There, but
in that also.
but if you look at it this way, I'll answer. You say you think. I'll tell you. I know there is, because the networks have an agenda. The agenda is passed down from the passed down from the passed down from the passed down from the top.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So there's an end.
Can you imagine what the world would be like if everyone who was incarcerated right now for non-violent crimes were released?
You know what gets me? They did something. Now, I don't know. How do you consider pedophiles?
But you going in.
Is
Huh?
that a violent crime?
Is pedophilia a violent crime?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a higher violent crime than that. I think it's higher than murder.
They let them out.
But I'm not worried about them. And I'm not worried about them letting them out. Let me explain why. In my scenario, excuse me. In my scenario, let me explain why. Back to if all nonviolent criminals were released from incarceration, jail, prison, period, right now, the world would look a lot different.
It would.
America has the most nonviolent criminals in prison because of our judicial system.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Somebody gets, the whole three-strike system, right? You get caught with a joint in a lot of states. Your third time, you go to prison for 30 years. How's that fair?
Not only that, you got to be indoctrinated into the prison culture and not even be a criminal. Like there's real guys doing hard time in prison. I've shared cells. I was in jail for domestic violence. I had a very interesting domestic violence case. And I was in jail with people who had murdered people. Was waiting on like murder charges, and like you're in jail. Like, and I'm not saying my domestic violence charges was anything light. They weren't at all. They involved the charges I'm speaking of involved a firearm, involved a lot of different dynamics. So, just to say the least. But here I am on my first charge in my 30s. I've never been to jail. I've never sat in jail. I've never sat in jail ever, chat. I get found in another, I get caught by the U.S. Marshals in another county. They put me in jail. I sit in that jail for 6 days and they extradite me in a fucking van to the city that I committed the crime or alleged committed the crime. I committed the crime. Let's just get that out the way. But I'll just say I'm one of those people who know what this shit looks like. I know what it looks like. And I think nonviolent criminals should not be in prison. I don't care how much cocaine, how much dope you sold. If they cannot prove you have murdered, responsible for killing, responsible for maiming or abusing any fucking one, I think, and somebody gonna say, dude, you the same kid that come from your mom being on drugs when you was a kid. Man, my mama wanted them drugs. Cause I'm gonna tell you how I know my mama wanted them drugs. Because I spent $250 on weed every time my paycheck hit, regardless. That's how I know my mama wanted them drugs, because I want them. You hear me now? Because I want them. So when people try to, drugs is oil, butter, milk, cheese. Drugs is a commodity. And I'm going to go so far as to say even heroin. Now, do I think that it's fucked up that the pharmaceutical people got in on the play and created synthetic cocaine like Adderall, created synthetic heroin like Roxy's, created synthetic fentanyl like Propofol? I would not. Now we'll get into a different conversation. But if that's where we went, I'm just saying. But do I think street drugs is a problem? No. Most people don't do drugs. I've never done cocaine. I've never done heroin. I've never done meth on purpose, is what I'm saying.
So men can be considered pedophiles, be charged as a pedophile, and not.
Hold on, chat. Shut up, babe. Try it again.
Men can be charged and have to be on a list for predators, whatever it's called, be put in the system as a pedophile. But I think why he questioned whether it was violent or not is because you can be a pedophile and not have touched a child, sat back and got caught for watching videos of them. So is that violent?
Let's
That's the only reason it wouldn't be violent.
That's amazing comment. I think, but that's why, you know what I'm saying? That's why she's my lady, bro. This is why she's my favorite human. But I will say this.
I agree there should be a jail.
Can someone, and I think that we're going to go deep here, right? Can someone be into pedophilia and not physically be into assaulting a child?
Like having pictures on.
Just have it like that's their quirk, but they don't physically like go try to grab a child and do some weird shit.
Right.
Like they're not that type of person. They would never, right? Let's just go with this hypothetical.
Okay. Yep. Hypothetical.
Right?
Got you. Yeah.
I don't know as a parent, a person who's don't see how a adult can be into children. Like that's not something that can register to me, right? But do I think that there's a incriminating things against them versus have done something illegal physically? Is there a difference? I'm gonna have to be honest and say yeah. It sucks. It's not a conversation people like to break down and chop up and have. We kind of just like to put pedos in a box and close it. And I understand that.
No,
But
I agree. But I think there would have to be steps taken after they were maybe released to
but
ensure
whoa.
it won't happen.
Let's go back though. You said released. That means they were already convicted and incarcerated, right? Well, let's go back. Follow me for 1 second. Right. That's your man. We have the same brain. You fucking big head motherfucker. You listen to me. My head bigger than yours, but my head's bigger than yours. But you motherfucker, that was hilarious. But what I'm saying is, I don't. Now that I have to be honest, if I have chat, I have children. I'm a dad of daughters, let alone. If a person who has done nothing of harm to anyone else, especially a child, and they have some weird pedophilic quirks about children, and they've never explored it, never would, and they never have, and no evidence of them having, I don't think that person should be incarcerated. Because let me be honest. I don't think that sick people should be put in jail as a criminal. I think sick people, now mind you, do I think he or she should be lobotomized or put on medication? No. I think that there should be a licensed therapist and psychologist and whatever words that you can use of people with PhDs that could facilitate this person going deeper, understanding their traumas, understanding what's going on, and help them come out of darkness. And I think as human beings, we have that light and we have that ability. And I think someone who's never agrees to child, but may have some fucking pedophilic sick quirks, needs help. Now,
Yes.
someone will say, well, what is the difference of someone who's acted on a child? Let me explain. Because a person with weird quirks towards children and never acted on a child and never will, but they're weird and they're fucked up in the head. You would, and I'm not comparing, please. I'm just trying to make a context. You would almost have to, you would almost have to put about 23% of the Japanese male population into an insane asylum for only liking hentai. Isn't that all children pedophilic animated porn? It's child animated porn. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm getting at. Like, people need help. People need camaraderie, they need society, and they need to grow out of their adolescent mind. I'm not making excuses for a pedo. I'm saying a part of it is still being in your adolescent mind. Not every guy, but you see what I'm saying? So
Plus, they have the self. It shows some sort of. It shows a acceptable norm level of self control and free.
but not
remorse.
acceptable norm though. I want to touch on something you were going to say, but you didn't want to say it the way I heard it,
Yeah.
but you said something that triggered me. A guy who has a ick and is a sick fuck with children but don't act on it has a, what'd you just say?
An acceptable norm.
No. We said something before that.
Oh, it's a sense of control.
A sense of control. That guy has a sense of control. And he's sick in private.
Like free,
You see what I'm saying?
Free remorse.
And I'm not comparing because it's children. I compare nothing to children, and I compare nothing to hurting or the right children. It's not like I'm comparing that, but I'm saying that is a sign of self-control where I don't think that person needs to be in jail. I think that person needs help if they were discovered.
An acknowledgement
Right?
that what they're doing is wrong. They know it. That's why it's a fucking secret.
Yeah, you're hitting
And that out here.
I fully, I agree with you. There just might need to be steps taken to.
Because I got a lot of videos of pedo stuff, and I don't want to go to jail. Come on. I love kids. I'm just joking. that was so weird. Nah, I can joke. That was dark, but no, seriously, like I feel like people need to put in the place they need to be put in. And my grandmother taught me one thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They don't need to be put with somebody that's killed 18 people.
Exactly.
Be in jail the rest of their life. It's not going to benefit them whatsoever.
That's right.
Matter of fact, those people may not even make it out being in there with them. And these others may have an opportunity to change, like you said, mature
Yeah.
mentally and change their thought process without actually have committed the crime.
I want to get
Violent crime.
some advice from you. I have a friend, and I cannot express to you how much I love this man. I cannot express to you how much I love this man. He is my other half in a lot of ways. We're especially when we were kids, we were very close. He's my guy. He's my guy, man. Like he's one of those people I have an affinity for because he and his family accepted me. You know, his mom, his dad. You know, we were high schoolers playing sports and chasing girls, bro. Like that's what we knew. You know what I mean? And he just accepted me, man. He loved me, and he's my heart, bro. I can see his face when we were kids right now in my head. Like he's my real heart, bro. He a white boy. He a white boy. You know what I'm saying? We grew up together though. You know what I'm saying? And after middle school, we didn't go to the same high school, and I got a little bit older, and the internet got really, normal, and Facebook and stuff. And I tried to find him for years, and I couldn't, and it was just heartbreaking. And hopefully I don't get emotional. But one day I'm talking to you. I'm on the chat. I'm vibing. I don't know if you were in the chat that day. This is about maybe 3 months ago, 4 months ago, and I look and someone's talking to me, and they start saying stuff that only me and him know what it means. Since childhood, we have our own shit. And he starts saying this shit in the chat. And mind you, he's my boy, bro. It's also why it's so hard not to get emotional, because I looked for him for like 15 years. I looked for him and couldn't find him and thought he was dead. That's where your mind goes as a soldier in this world. Like, your mind goes like, okay, my boy ain't here no more. I can't find nobody that find nobody that, and and so to be on my live YouTube and this nigga to jump in my YouTube chat out of all these years, he's like, no, I'm right here. Love you, bro. Bro, I cried on cam. Like, literally cried on cam. And let me get to my point of how much this guy means to me, man. So he jumps in the chat, we talk, and I'm like, I'm just, I'm beside myself. Emotionally, I'm just all over the place. One of my best YouTube moments, I gotta say. One of my best YouTube moments. And once the live is over, I contact him. And we talk, and then we talk throughout the night, and then we talk the next day. And he says, yo, I gotta tell you something. And I'm like, what's up? And he's like, giving me a lot of caveats. Like, I know you love me. I don't want you to love me less. I'm still the same dog, but I don't think it's cool if I don't tell you why you couldn't find me. He said I couldn't have a social media because I got pedo charges. Now, let me give you a backstory. So remember, I told you I go to jail. It's my first time going to jail and sitting. Remember, we just said that.
Right.
While I'm in jail with this guy. I'm in jail with 2 or 3 guys that I end up just loving, and they're still my friends outside of jail. We still communicate to this day. But I met him in jail. We were cellmates. And one of the guys was in jail because him and his girl had rough sex, like super rough sex. And she convinced a therapist convinced her that was sexual assault and helped her file charges against her own man. And you got a young guy with a newborn sitting in jail on rape charges on his girlfriend.
When she wanted to rub.
It was her personality. She got him into it. He's trying to explain, yo, bro, this man had to serve a few days in prison. Fuck going to jail. He went to prison.
Damn, that's sad.
For rough sex, because a therapist convinced this woman that rough sex was sexual abuse and to file rape charges against him.
See, that kind of stuff.
People don't know what and now but now let's get to the applesauce. Let's get to the applesauce. My motherfucking guru, my Yoda, my smart motherfucking handsome blame dirty. They can't fuck with. Let's get to the applesauce.
Okay? Yeah.
Now he got to register as a sex offender on his girlfriend. Listen to me, big dog. He got to register as a sex offender
girlfriend.
and can't even use social media. We communicate through email or we talk on the phone. Now, mind you, I ain't saying none of these gentlemen's names. I got empathy for them. So I,
In that case,
mhm.
in that case, the system did him wrong.
And then give me a second. Can you imagine the guilt? I went to trial on January 13th of 2016. Right? It's come. My anniversary's come, or is it here now? No, my anniversary's coming up in a few days. Right? A beating trial. I was from jail at about 11 o'clock Friday night. I sat in jail for 10 months. Beat trial. Went back to the jail, packed my shit, and was released.
Damn. Now, I don't.
Hell yeah.
Everybody,
Look at hey, come back. Oh, hell yeah. I want dose. Hey man, she make them egg in the bread things, bruh. Hey, babe, I want cinnamon on mine too. Bruh, she made them egg in the breads. So if you're gonna make egg in the bread, you can take the bread, cut the middle out, take butter, toast both sides, sprinkle cinnamon and sugar, and then once you toast the bread in the pan with the butter, both sides with cinnamon and sugar, then you put the egg in there. Yeah.
you talking about cutting the middle out?
Yeah, she do this European shit. You know, she white. She just got a big booty, but she white.
I know what you're talking about.
But what was I saying?
I don't know the whole egg and butter and just lost me for a second. But you were talking about him, and then you.
Oh yeah, my guys in jail. Yeah, so I say all that to say, what guy? Because I talked about my guy in jail, but I was talking about somebody else before that who had a case. Who was I talking about? Because I was talking about. Oh yeah, no. Okay, I can go back now. I got him. So, mind you, I was in jail with a cellie who going through some shit. So when my boy I didn't seen in years hit me up in the chat, now days later we talking, I got experience with this type of vibe. So he hits me with I got some pedo charges. I couldn't be on the internet, and he tell me how he got them. You know the little Chris Hansen thing?
Yeah.
He got caught up in one of those. Right? Trying to meet an underage girl. The crazy part for him was he was just over age trying to meet an underage. I think he was like 19, 20, 21. Trying to meet like a 17, 16-year-old chick.
Right there at that border.
Not, I mean, you should know better. I don't think that's a border. I think that's a fine line you don't cross. I don't think you go into Mexico.
Once you hit 18, you have to know that.
Exactly. As a man at 18, you got to know you don't mess with underage girls. You can get yourself fucked really hard. And once you 19, you if she ain't 18 by birthday, nigga, it's over, nigga. You dating 18 and 19 and 20-year-old women at 19, bro. You're fucked. You're not to say you're fucked. I'm just saying it's let me say it this way. It's very defined who you're dating. Because the law ain't gonna be nice to you.
Now, I'll give you a little example. When I was in high school, I had turned 18 on my senior year, right? And if you're talking to a younger lady, 17 years old, there had been a ton of people going down for sleeping with, somebody just a year younger.
The only thing I think save a nigga is if you was fucking her before you had a birthday. That should be the only thing that the court can be like, okay, cool. Like, if you already had that pussy when you were 17 and she was 16, and your 17 happened to go 18 before her 16 go 17. This was my pussy before I had a birthday.
My sister's baby daddy, she was 14, he was 20, and they went in, and because she said it was consensual, and there was no force, he didn't even get raped.
He shouldn't have got nothing.
He got child abuse.
He shouldn't have got nothing.
She was 14, he was 20.
Oh, that's well. See, here we go.
But all he got was child abuse. He applied T-Mobile one time.
Like I said, that's different for me.
Wild, right?
And mind you, 20 to me is a kid. That's what's hard as a parent. It's like a 20-year-old trying to sleep with a 14-year-old girl and get her pregnant. I think you should know. You're 2 years from removed from knowing better. You should know better. A 14-year-old girl, I wouldn't condone a 20-year-old sleeping with a 16-year-old girl. I wouldn't condone a 20-year-old sleeping with a 17-year-old girl. 18 is legal. Stick to the rule. Not only stick to the rules, but I think there's a good vibe between a 20-year-old and an 18-year-old girl. Because I don't think a 20-year-old boy that smart. And I think an 18-year-old girl is about as smart or is about close to smart as a 20-year-old dude. So I'm not against that. I'm not against the dude being older than the woman at all. My grandmother is 11 years older than my grandfather. 11.
But at that age, I think the women mature quicker than the men do.
In that pocket. Yeah. From like 14 to about 24, I think women just got the upper hand right there. If you're a boy in that same bracket, women win. Once you're outside of 24, then it's a free for all. Once you get to your 30s, 29, 28, 29, 30, men win. Now we up from there. We just died the winner.
Right. So how did the rest of the conversation go?
So, great question. That's why you're the best co-host in the world. You know what I mean? So he tells me what happened. He explains it. And I took myself out of, this is a person that I love so much, and I'm just going to be okay with whatever they say. Because I really, literally love him that much. Like, this guy is just my heart, man. Like I said, I love him. He can do no wrong to me. He's my brother. Like, if I tell you the stories with this guy, like, he was always humble as a child. Like, because I have to understand, I'm 40 now. When we were kids and these memories that I have, this guy was a child, a kid. And he was always stand up and honorable. And he always did the best by me. His homeboy, man. He did his parents, man. I love his mom and dad. I can't wait to see him. I told him, like, yo, when's family dinner? Like, I'm coming to see your mom and dad. I miss his mom and dad, man. They are some of the nicest goddamn people. Man, that boy's mom and dad, bro. It's why I love him so much. A very big part of a big chunk of my love for him. I didn't have parents, growing up. I was raised,
Like extended family.
bro. I was raised by my aunt and then my mom for a couple years, but then my mom couldn't handle it. And then I was raised by my grandparents. So I never really had parents, bro. So being around this nigga and his parents, bro, was like everything to me. Their house, I remember their house. I remember what it looks like on the inside. I remember where I slept. Dude, that was the night of homecoming, like the weekend of homecoming, that I stayed at his house the whole weekend. I was in 9th grade. I remember all that shit. His parents ordered us a limousine, bro. Just me and him went to homecoming in a limousine, pulled up while all the girls are outside of this resort hotel in Orlando on International Drive. All the girls are outside. All these girls are getting dropped off by their parents. A fucking limousine pull up. Not only are the girls expecting girls to get out, because it's two guys. Bro, it's just us, nigga. I had on this burgundy vest with this black suit. Man, I never forget this shit. Everybody looked at us like,
You were it. You were it.
it was done. It was done. I fingered so many girls that night, bro.
Just from the limo.
The limo, my hands smelled like fucking envelopes for the rest of the night. Don't lick it, don't stick it.
Just sniff it.
I remember all that little girl vagina on my hand.
Yeah.
And he so me and him got so much history. So when he tells me this, and you say, like, you know, how did I feel? I want to know what happened. Because I'm a dad. And I can't love you this much and you be an uncle to my children.
Right.
It just can't happen.
Because immediately you're thinking about your kids.
That's it.
And
No, and not just mine, yours. All kids.
yeah.
I got another daughter named Ava. I got another daughter named Jocelyn that ain't here no more. So I think about even my daughters that ain't here. I got two daughters that ain't on earth right now. You know what I'm saying? So nah, fuck no. I think deep, man. Like, would I trust him? Bro, I trust this man around $1 million trillion, bro. He made him.
Explain the situation.
He explained the situation, but I took it honorable that he thought it to be immediately he needed to explain this.
That's
And he's my heart. Like I said, like, it's a stretch to say I trust anyone around my kids, but I don't think he would harm my kids. I truthfully, honestly, in my heart of hearts, in my mind of minds, that God has given me balance, I would have trepidation, but do I think this man would harm my children? Would seek evil in his mind and heart and body on my children, or anybody else's? You couldn't pay me to believe it. You couldn't convince me. You have to show me that this man is not righteous, that he's not a good man, and I'll believe it. But
Let me ask you this.
yeah,
Do you think he's changed from what he did? Or you think that maybe he just got
no, I don't think he's changed. I think he made a mistake in who he really is. We have some weird quirks as men, and I don't think he changed, because I don't think there was a change that needed to be made. I think there was an observation, and I think you need to get back to who you are. The change is to get back to who you are. The change is to not make the mistake again. The change is to understand what this cost you. The change is to understand the consequences of your actions. The change is moving on. And it's hard for other people to move on from other people's mistakes. It's hard because that's what you want to judge them by. And somebody may say, well, you're biased. You know how much you love this guy. You know his place in your heart. You're biased. And okay, one would surmise that there's a tinge of biases. What I would say is, I don't want you to know the mistakes that I made that I have to heal from myself. None of them are against children. None of them are against children.
Do you guys still talk to this day?
We just started talking. Yeah, he hits me like we haven't seen each other in person yet. We're talking on Facebook. I haven't like really reached out again since like the whole like initial meet, because emotionally it was a lot for me. So I'm kind of just like even keeling it out right now. You know what I'm saying? But I guess your question is, I would surmise your question would be, hey, after that conversation, where's the love? It didn't dip in. It didn't dip a dot. It didn't dip a dot. It didn't dip a dot. I love that nigga dirty draws. I'll do anything for him at an immediate drop of a dime. I love this man, and I know his heart. I can try because I'm critical. I can't fuck with you if I can't. My children come first. If I can't, if I don't have the trust with my children, if you're not their real uncle, if I get hit by lightning right now and I die, and I can't trust that you're gonna take care of my children, I don't want you in my life. That go for you too because you mean that much to me, and I want you to know you mean that much to me, and I'm gonna tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's exactly, exactly, fucking exactly, big dog. This is my hot dog, Shaq. This is the big dog. This is the real dog. This is Blame Dirty. He's the OG of the chat. He run this shit. I'm kind of his understudy, and I kind of do my best at content creating, making all my OGs happy, making my OGs proud of me, showing them that I'm a boss, showing them that I talk realness, and I rock with the OGs, man. I rock with real gangsters, Chad. I rock with gentlemen. I think that's the word I like to use to describe these men that I love so much, Chad. I like gentlemen. We're gentlemen, Chad. I think people don't understand that these days and ages, man. Gentlemen, man. The word gentle is in there.
I'm glad you brought this up tonight because I know it's something that can be hard to talk about, right? And I'm really happy that you can say it all tonight.
I think I needed to have this conversation, not because I just, I was having a realization and to open up my relationship with him. I needed to get this off of me. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, because you say, well, what's your communication been like? It's been this tweaky. And now I'm able to express myself with you. It's not tweaky. It's not tweaky no more. You know?
Yeah, all that's gone.
It is.
You know?
It is. It is. It is. What do you mean by that?
I mean, with his same story.
Yeah, but I mean,
You know,
I'm cautious though, bro, because I can't when it comes to children, bro, I just can't have any quarter.
no.
I'm into some freaky shit. I'm into some freaky shit. 1 minute, bro, I'm watching this porn. The next minute, I'm watching that. Like, I'm into like, especially like I just love women. You know what I mean? I'm into some. I love like, bro.
No, I don't feel you, but I mean,
I'm being real. I'm being real, bro. Like, my lady got the prettiest feet I ever seen. She got the best legs up. Like, bro, I'm my lady don't even know. Like, I be trying to give her a space because if I like, bro, we about to get married, bro. She about to be in for a fucking hell, bro. Like, if I really express how much I love this bitch, bro, she'll be like, come, like, ick, like, nigga, ew, like, okay, oh, you're on me again. Like, I try to act gangster in this house, bro. I try to lay down a fucking law in this bitch, bro. But inside, I want her to drive me around and I want to sleep in the passenger, but with like a blanket and the ace and the heater is on, and I have like a smoothie that she made for me that I don't want to drink, but she made me drink it. Like, I just want to be her like passenger pillow princess. She gets dominant sometimes. Like, she'd be like, I'm driving. I'll be like, yes, babe. Like, bro,
that's what it's about.
I don't want to be strong. I don't want to be a strong black man all the time. I want to show my feminine side. I want I,
That's your
I,
best.
I want to be the one that wears spandex on my period. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
I got a woman that appreciates me. And if she don't, I'm still gonna keep her.
She ain't going
She ain't going nowhere,
nowhere.
bro. She ain't. Hell no. Hell no.
Man, y'all are, I mean, you guys click, man. Just from what I've seen, you two
But we got into an argument earlier because she's stupid.
Wait, well, that's gonna happen.
That's women gonna be stupid.
Well, yeah, women are gonna be stupid.
You know that the arguments that I hate the most with me and her is when we both think we right. I hate those arguments. Today I hated it so much I walked away because I was like, okay, we both think we right. I hate them fucking moments. I like when women bow down to me like a fucking shepherd. Yes, my lord. Please, please don't behead me in front of the congregation. I will keep my head, my lord, and bow to you. The fuck is wrong with women? You lucky you kept your head, lady.
One thing I've done is usually when they get that bad, my wife and I have come to a agreement. Oh shit, she's ready to get hammered now.
I don't be caring. She said she was cussing me out earlier, and if I watched the rain camera, I would know. I don't, man, lady. You. Let me tell you why I don't care what she say. I'm gonna tell you the main. There's only one reason why she can get angry. She can say what she want. She got a fat booty. She got a big old boy. She got a big old fat booty, bro. I don't care what she say.
That'll make you know.
Yeah, I don't care. Hey, chat. I'm pulling the blame dirty, and nobody. I know.
Ain't gonna lie, you know I said it. Ain't gonna lie, you know I'm in it. Ain't gonna lie, know you feel it. Ain't gonna lie, I know you feel it. Ain't gonna lie, we ain't gonna lie. Ain't gonna lie, we ain't gonna lie.
Can you cook some bacon? I'll microwave it. You. Oh, okay. Cool. Hey, chat. Okay, my cat is here and he wants attention. What do you want, Daddy? Where are you? Daddy, come here. Come here, you little fucking pompous asshole. Hey, Blame, we gotta get. We're not going nowhere because actually we are. We are going somewhere, but I'll explain it in a second.
All right.
I gotta pee. You ain't drinking?
Yeah, I'm drinking.
I gotta pee. I don't know what you're doing. I'll be right back. I look like I got on Daisy Dukes like a whore. What happened?
I hate when a bitch call my phone for attention, don't call me.
Alright.
I be trying to got these racks up by my lonely.
I'm going in like surgery, yeah, this is an incision. Falling back, I watch these niggas, watch these bitches from a distance. They gon' take your loyalty and love and turn around and flip it. Know you up to something, I could tell the way you acting friendly. I ain't joking, I ain't kidding, this serious, really with you. Only got one light, don't fuck it up. Make it bad to see. But what do I know? Just a nigga from the Midwest tryna get. My pockets got some big and blues that lookin' like some cotton candy. My pockets got some big and blue that lookin' like some cotton candy. Smoke it out so Zaza got me feeling all fighter daddy. Spark that bitch, you ain't my shadow. Why the fuck you acting shady? I knew I shoulda never fucked that bitch be acting crazy. They say I'm one of the hardest, but that just an understatement. My pockets got some big and blue, they lookin' like some cotton candy. Bitch won't catch me slipping, I be steady, always on my pimp. He trippin' bout this bitch, I take her, make her swallow all my children. I'm tapped into my intuition, all I had to do was listen. I put that smoke all in my lungs, got that Drake all in my kidneys. Move with precision, elevate my mind, I fill it up with wisdom. A bunch of bad attitudes, I'm about to put y'all in detention. Try to cross me up your situation,
Gone end up dead.
my pockets got some big and blues that lookin' like some cotton candy. My pockets got some big and blue that lookin' like some cotton candy.
Yeah. Love you, chat. Host that dude.
All single ladies to the DJ booth.